Here with Coach Mike McGarvey. Mike, obviously the game comes down to a few possessions. It did today. Your thoughts?
I think we're getting better, which is my first thought. I think Colgate's a really good team, obviously very well coached. Cox had a great game. We didn't have a lot of answers for him. He stepped up in big moments at the end of the game. But we were within a couple possessions here and there, and I think the entire league will be that way down the stretch. We got to keep on improving on the defensive end, like how our offense is going. We're playing connected basketball. We just got to be able to finish.
Now, there's 45 fouls called in that game, and again, in my opinion, it's hard to get a rhythm. Is it hard to get a rhythm?
I don't know. I think it was on both ends, right? Both teams were in the double bonus in both halves. It's hard to say that that's the reason why the game went the way it did. We put 77 points up. We've been doing that. We've got to find a way to play better defense.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. So let's bring in Mark Butler. We'll get Mark in here in a second. Obviously, I tried to get something out of Mike right there about the 45 fouls, and it's a tough situation. Let's bring in Mark Butler, our Coca-Cola player of the game. Mark with 19 points today. Mark, tough to get a rhythm in a game like that where there's so many stoppages of play.
Yeah, we got to clean some things up on the defensive end. A lot of fouling, a lot of offensive rebounds we gave up. It was tough to get in the rhythm, but we got to figure some things out and be ready for the next one.
And I thought defensively you guys did a good job. You rebounded the ball well. And for you, being a little more aggressive offensively?
Yeah, just trying to find that balance. A lot of guys expect me to pass. I got a reputation that I'm a passer, so take the lane when I'm open, drive the score every time, and if I got the shot, take it. If I don't, do what I do.
Love to watch you score. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Good luck going forward. Guys, back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Good job. Well done, as always, by Mike Joseph on the sidelines. All right, John, let's take a look at some of the highlights, and then we'll take a look at some of the final numbers, and we will wish all of you a Happy New Year and get out of here to celebrate.
Well, Gary, if you like Patriot League basketball, you certainly like this game. This was a well-played game between two well-coached and talented basketball teams. Andrew Phillips with a long three, and then Caleb Williams with one right there. And Colgate has a lot of answers. There's Ahari getting hard to the basket. And again, Mark Butler, our co-player of the game, I love the fact that he's looking to score more. It's only going to help the other parts of his game. We already know what he can do off the ball. And, Mark Butler doing what he does. This young man, I'll tell you, Jalen Cox was incredible tonight, 29 points. And then Sam Wright doing what Sam Wright does, a junior. And, again, he's seen a lot of success up in Hamilton, New York. There's Caleb Williams, little give and go here, a glimpse of what Lafayette can do when its offense is in rhythm. You heard Mike McGarvey talk about his satisfaction with, for the most part, with the offense. 77 points isn't bad against a team like Colgate, but in Mike's defense, I mean, again, you always want to accept the challenge defensively, but this Colgate team has some established players, primarily Wright and Cox, that give a lot of people problems. And Lafayette hung in there right down the wire here at home. Here's Ryan Pettit, arguably the heart and soul of this basketball team as a senior leader. I think this bodes well down the stretch. Lafayette played as competitive a preseason schedule as anybody. Colgate did as well. And you saw two teams go toe-to-toe, and probably a harbinger of what you can expect throughout the year when Patriot League teams get together.
And we are a young basketball team, so this was for some their final or their first Patriot League basketball game they have ever experienced. And it's tough. It's physical. It is a very, very tough matchup when you go up against Colgate. You're going to get Colgate. Colgate will give you as good as anybody can.
They absolutely can, and you're right. I think when you play Colgate, the challenge for other teams in the league, Gary, Matt Langle has established continuity up there. They're used to winning, and until they give it up, somebody's going to have to take it from them.
All right, let's take a look at some of the final numbers before we say goodbye. And John, as you look at them, Lafayette didn't shoot very well from beyond the arc today. They defended it very well, did Colgate. Just 29%, 6 for 21. Colgate, on the other hand, 35%. And as you mentioned early on, offensive rebounds hurt in the first half. They did kind of clean that up a little bit.
And that helped Lafayette stay in the basketball game, no doubt about it. But for the most part, Gary, this was an evenly competed game on the backboard. late in the game, Sam Wright took over, and that's where you see the difference in the rebounding totals. But for the most part, Gary, the statistics are what we thought they would be. Again, it comes down to Colgate's maturity and experience, and I think down the stretch, that's where you saw them with the advantage.
And hats off to Jalen Cox. 29 points tonight, a new career high for him. Sam Wright with 20, 14 for Alexienko. On the other side, Lafayette, 4 players in double figures, led by 19 points by Mark Butler, 17 by Caleb Williams, 12 by Sharif Jackson, and 10 by Ryan Pettit. Final score, Colgate wins at 85-77. They go 1-0 in the Patriot League. Lafayette goes to 0-1. And our thanks to you for spending time with us. Have a great Happy New Year tonight. Certainly stay safe. And for John Leone, for Mike Joseph, for everybody on the RCM television team, we wish you the very best this evening. We'll see you in 2026. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.